So, good morning for our morning gentle yoga session. I say gentle, we'll start off really gentle, really slow, just a time to relax and unwind, and then we'll do a little bit more strenuous stuff and we'll get down on the floor at the end and do some floor work. But we'll start, I'm just going to play some gentle music and we're just going to start with a few deep breaths here. So, breathing exercises to start with. Here we go. So, just stand still. Feet firmly on the floor, shoulders relaxed, and I want you to take a long deep breath in to the count of 4 through your nose. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out through your nose, in through your nose. And just keep breathing at that pace, nice and slowly. I'll just be quiet for a moment. Listen to the sound of your breath. Focus on those slow, deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes and breathe gently. Now on your next inhale, I want you to inhale through your nose and at the same time turn your head up and look up. And then I want you to exhale through your nose and at the same time turn your head all the way down towards the floor. You don't have to open your eyes, but just tilt your head down towards the floor. And then inhale looking up. And exhale looking down. Now as we inhale and look up, just give your shoulders a little roll back, open up your chest and look up. And then exhale, roll your shoulders forwards and look down. Just going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, look up, roll your shoulders right back, open up your chest. And then exhale, roll your shoulders forwards and look down. Let's just do this one more time, really slowly. Inhaling through your nose, shoulders back, look up. Exhale through your nose, roll your shoulders forwards, look down. Just keep your head hunched down for a little bit, looking down, and then very, very slowly bring your head back up to the middle point, looking forwards again. And have a little shake out. Excellent, nice and gentle. So let's continue. We'll do a few more movement type stretches now, just to get the body woken up and to get everything moving. So let me just do one little adjustment still on my computer so I can see what I'm doing. So let's start with the right arm, and as always with our warm up, let's just do some circles with that right arm and loosen up. Think about those slow breaths we've been doing as well. Breathing throughout the session, breathing slowly in and out through the nose. Make those movements graceful and slow. We're just going to try and loosen up gradually. Okay, let's just change that to a figure of 8. So swooping the arm round in a figure of 8. And change to the other side. So the other arm, firstly a big circle, and then a figure of 8. Again, we're slow, we're graceful, we're breathing as we go. Fantastic. Let's do a little twist. So as always with us warmed up, we're just going to stretch the back by twisting side to side. Let your arms just flop round. Let your shoulders relax. Turn your head to look over your shoulder at the same time. Fantastic. Let's do a little breath in, and at the same time we'll raise the arms up and push up onto the toes. So we'll breathe in, push up onto your toes, and then breathe out, drop your heels back down again. Let's do a few like that. Just get into a nice gentle rhythm. You don't have to follow my speed. Go at whatever speed suits you. Always inhale as you push up, exhale as you drop your heels down. Let's do a couple more. Inhale up and exhale down and up and down. Fantastic. As we come down, we're going to go a little bit lower and we're going to bring the hands behind us. So again, we're going to inhale and bring the hands up, and then we're going to exhale, bend the knees, take the hands behind, swing them back, and then push up again. And we'll just go gently from one position to the other, reaching up tall and stretching back. If you feel like just pausing at any point and enjoying that hold on that position, that's fine. If you want to just hold and stretch in any of these two positions, then feel free, and then when you're ready, just move to the other position. And we'll just do 2 or 3 more like that. And wherever you are, do 1 more up, 1 more down, and then back into our neutral position. Very good. Now, let's just finish off this warm-up sequence with a little roll round of those shoulders. And a little shake out of the arms. And we're going to get ready for our first sequence now. Okay, so if you haven't done this before, maybe watch me on the first one. We're going to be doing a forward fold first. Same as we did last week, we'll start with a forward fold. We will be adding in a twist. Okay, so we'll just do the forward fold first, and then we'll fairly quickly add in that twist. So the forward fold is what it is. You just bring your fingertips down towards your toes. It doesn't matter how low you go. Go whatever feels comfortable for you. If you just stop with your hands in front of your knees, that's fine. If you can go lower, brilliant. If you can get your fingertips onto the floor or your hands onto the floor even, that's really good. So we'll just go through a little sequence. So with me, inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale into your forward fold, and we're just going to hold there for an inhale and an exhale. As you exhale, just bring your fingertips a little bit closer to the floor if you can. And then we're going to inhale again, bring your arms up. And exhale, bring your arms down. Let's do that again. We'll just do 2 more, and then we'll move into the twisting. Yeah, so inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, arms down. We're going to do the twist. If you haven't done this before, watch me for the first one and then join in. If you have done this before, you know what you're doing. Let's go straight into it. We're going to do twist on one side, stand back up again, and then go down and do the twist on the other side. So, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Now you're going to grip your left shin or your left ankle with your left hand, and you're going to twist your right hand up towards the ceiling. The leg that you're holding on to, if that knee bends, that's fine. For most people, that knee will need to bend a little bit to get your twist. And you're going to be looking up towards your hand. Then we're going to untwist, bring the hand down. Then we're going to unfold, bring the hands up. And we finish the sequence by bringing the arms down. Let's do the other side. If you're watching that one, join in now. Doesn't matter which side you do. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, twist up. Exhale, twist down. Inhale, arms up and unfold. And exhale, arms down. Excellent. Let's just repeat the sequence a few times. Nice and slowly. You can go at your own pace. You don't have to follow my speed, but don't go too fast. And again, if you want to stop in any of those positions, feel free to stop. So arms up, forward fold, twisting up. Oh, I'm getting such a nice little stretch in my back. I'm just going to hold that position. You don't have to. And then come down. We're always going to unfold after we do one side before we do the other side. Fantastic. As soon as the arms are down, take the arms back up again into the second or third twist. Very good. Time for a few more. Let's just keep going. Got another minute or so on this, so any speed you like, nice and slowly if you want to. Pausing at any point. You want to pause on that forward fold and just let your hands hang down a little bit towards the floor. Get a little bit more of a stretch in your back. That's amazing. So we've got time for one more. Wherever you are, let's do one more. Finish the one you're on, or make time for one more. And finish the one that you're on slowly. Don't rush it. Plenty of time to finish. Very good, very good. Nicely stretch the back. We're going to move on to our lunge sequence. Now, for the last 2 weeks, we've been doing the lunge sequence, but it's fine if you haven't done this before, because we're going to go right back to the basics and we're just going to build. We're going to spend a little bit more time on it this time. So we're going to go through a full lunge sequence. First thing we're going to do is find that first lunge position. So we're going to be standing with the feet slightly wider than hip width on the mat, so towards the outside of the mat. Imagine the sides of the mat are like railway lines, and you're going to take 1 foot back, further back, but still on the outside of that mat, so you've got that horizontal distance between your feet. Okay, so the further you can get that back foot back, the better. And the back heel is going to come off the floor for the lunge. So I want the toes pointing forwards down the length of the mat on both feet, back heel off the floor, and just find that stable position. Try and get yourself nice and stable here. We're going to aim to keep the back leg straight and bend the front knee. And all we're going to do is just let the body weight sink down, allow the front knee to go forwards, and drop into our lunge position. So you can see how we can start getting a little bit of a stretch into the thighs. And we can hold that position. I want the head up and your shoulders drop down and your chest forwards. So chest is proud, head is up, shoulders are relaxed, and we're just going to sink into the position so that you start getting that stretch into your legs. Now, from here, we're going to take the hands up, palms towards each other, stretch up nice and tall with the hands, but keep the body weight low. Fantastic. Let's just release that and do the other side. So we'll just have a go on the other side before we progress. The lunge, everyone's favorite. So again, just take your time getting into position. Take a nice big step back upright, and then just start just by allowing your body weight to just sink down. Get your balance. Make sure you've got your front foot flat down on the floor, all your weight on the middle of that front foot. When you feel stable and comfortable, arms up. So chest proud, head up, palms towards each other, sink down a little bit more if you can. Ooh. Fantastic. Let's bring the hands down and step forwards back into our start position. We're going to add our second part to this now already. So we'll do the, go back to the other leg and we'll add in a second part. So, step back, check your foot position, make sure that you're sort of on the edges of the mat, your body is looking down the length of the mat, back heel off the floor, we'll sink down and we'll bring the arms up. And allow your body just to sink a little bit more into your pose. Now, gently bring your hands back behind you and then reach out in front, palms towards the floor, and think about pushing your fingertips as far away from you as you can by pushing forwards, reaching out towards the wall. Okay, think about pushing those little fingertips right out away from you, big stretch out. Fantastic. And release, and we'll do the other side before we move on. So other leg. Let's have a little practice on this before we put together the whole sequence. So start with the arms up. Nice strong position, powerful pose. Chest up, head up. Fantastic. We're going to just gently swing the arms back. I say swing, it's more of a gentle flow. Then bring your arms out in front and push forwards. So we're really trying to get all your weight over that front foot. Fantastic, and release. Let's put this. Let's put one more section in. We did the twist last week, so if you remember the twist from last week, we're going to add that in now. If you're not familiar with it, just maybe watch me first. You'll see what you're in for. Let's just adjust my mat a little bit. It's sliding around. So the full sequence. We're going to take our lunge position. We're going to be doing our hands up pose. Then we're going to be doing our stretch forward pose. Then we're going to be taking the hands onto the floor, either side of that front foot. So if your left foot is forward, you're going to twist to the left. If the right foot is forward, you're going to twist to the right. And we're going to bring one arm up, twist up, arms at 6 o'clock. Stay in that lunge position. Front knee should be sort of 90 degrees. Back leg should be straight. Then we're going to bring the hand back down to the floor, bring the back knee down, and have one final stretch up with the back knee on the floor. We then bring the hands back down, step forwards, and stand up. So, if you did that side, let's move on to the other side. If you're starting out, choose which side you want to start on. and we'll go through the sequence. We've got loads of time. We're going to go through this sequence probably 5 or 6 times. Yeah, so get into the flow, go at your own pace. There's no hurry. So, big step back into your first lunge position. Back legs straight, head up, arms come up. Gently take the hands back and then stretch out in front, pushing forwards, and we bring our body weight further forwards and down. Excellent. This sets us up for our twist. So hands come down either side of that front foot. If the right foot is forward, stretch up towards the right. Right hand comes off the floor. Fantastic. When we come back down, we're going to drop the back knee onto the floor. And we're going to raise the arms up. Oh, this is nice. Fantastic. And then stepping forwards. If you find it easier to put your hands down, that's okay. Oh, I like to finish with a little bit of a stretch up. Okay, so I'm going to go straight onto the other side. So into the lunge, arms up. Just double check that back leg is straight. Sink yourself down. Arms swing back and stretch out in front, push forwards. Ooh, that's really the bit that gets those thighs stretched out. A couple of deep breaths while you're here. Remember that slow breathing. In and out through the nose. Hands onto the floor. We'll do a little twist up, or big twist up. Hand comes back down, back knee comes down onto the floor. Oh. Fantastic. Probably got time for 2 more. I reckon we've got time for 2 more. So have a little stretch, and then I keep forgetting which foot I've just done. Okay, arms up. Arms in front, push forwards. This is a chance to get really into that stretch, sinking the body weight down. Pushing those fingertips forwards. Okay, I'm going to take my hands onto the floor and twist up. Okay, hand comes down, back knee onto the floor. Arms come up. I'm just going to bring my hands onto the floor to step forwards. And one more time. We've got about a minute on this, so let's do one more. Just hold each pose for a breath. Feel the power in the position, the strength in your muscles holding you in that position. I'm going to stretch out in front now. My twist. Back knee comes down. And then I'm going to take my final step forwards. Bring my arms up into a final stretch. Are we all there? Are we all okay? And then finally one big exhale as we bring our arms down. Little shake out. Marvellous. It is, Hilary was right, this goes really quick. We're already into our floor sequence. Okay, so we are going to be down on the floor. We are going to be starting off though in a plank position. So don't get down just yet. Don't get down just yet. I'm going to start. We'll get down slowly. And the way we're going to do that is by doing one more forward fold and a step back. So just listen to me. You don't need to see me for this. As long as you listen, you'll know what to do. I want everybody to follow this as we do it. We're going to be facing lengthways, standing on the edge of the mat, looking outwards. We're going to take a big inhale and bring your arms up. And exhale into forward fold. Now if you can get your fingertips onto the floor, that's amazing. If you can get your hands onto the floor, that's pretty good as well. If not, don't worry. Wherever you are, if you need to bend your knees to get your hands onto the floor, bend your knees, bring your hands onto the floor and take a big step back. One foot and then the other foot. So this is called high plank. And we're just going to hold this high plank for a moment. I want you to keep holding here. If you struggle, drop your knees down, but try and hold it with your body in a straight line. While you're holding, I'm just going to adjust my camera. So stay there, stay there, stay there. Excellent. So, we're in high plank. I want you one arm at a time to drop down onto your forearm and elbow. One and then the other one. We're now in low plank position, low plank. Okay, this is our main position we're going to do today for our plank while we're facing down. All I want you to do is try and hold that position. Your shoulders, hips and feet, and ankles I should say, should be in a perfect straight line. Now we're going to do what's called plank crunch, and all I want you to do is push your bum up in the air, push your shoulders back. Imagine you're trying to push your heels down towards the floor. It's a bit like downward dog, but your elbows are on the floor. Then bring yourself back into low plank. Hold again. We're going to do 3 of those if you can bear it. We've done 1 already. So again, push back into plank crunch. Keep your abs nice and tight. Push your bum in the air. Push your shoulders back. Forehead towards the floor. Let's come back into plank. We're going to do 1 more before we release. Should feel your tummy tightening. Those abdominals working. Push back into plank crunch. And then bring forwards. Bring your knees down and relax. So while we're here, relaxing, we're going to do a little abdominal stretch before we move on and do it again. So, let's just do that. So we're going to do a stretch here. I want you to hips on the floor, tummy on the floor, onto your elbows, and just lift your head up as high as you can, bringing your upper body upright. Now I'm not particularly good at this one. If you feel like you can go higher, push up onto your hands and lift your body up. You'll get a nice stretch through your abs. Head up. But mainly try and keep your hips down on the floor if you can. Yeah, so we're getting the stretch through the abdominal area. Okay, release. And bring yourself back down. We're going to do those 3 plank crunches again. So we're going to start by getting into the plank position, the low plank. Then we're going to push back slowly 3 times into the plank crunch. So if you're ready, lift your body weight off the floor, onto your toes, onto your elbows. Very good. Take a couple of deep breaths here, and when you feel ready, push back, push your hips up, Keeping your legs straight, push, so your head should end up between your elbows, sort of, between your arms. Hold for a couple of seconds, bring it forwards again, but don't touch the floor. Let's do 2 more. Push back. And back down again. 1 more time. Hold it for a little bit longer this time. Back into our plank. And release down. I'm finding that quite tough today. Don't know about you. Right. Let's move on. We've only got 40 minutes. We've got lots to do. Roll onto your side. So I hope you can see me. I'm going to lie on my side. Nice and comfortable on my side. Now, we're going to do something called side plank. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 options, and you can choose which option you go for. So, first of all, the knee that's closest to the floor, bring that knee forwards. The knee that's the other leg is straight out, okay, but resting on the floor. Okay, so lower knee forwards, top leg, foot resting on the floor, and we're going to lift ourselves up onto the elbow, and shoulder should be above the elbow, and the other hand we're going to lift into the air. Okay, so this leg is straight, the top leg is straight, second leg, knee is on the floor. Now I want you to lift your hip off the floor. Okay, so we're using the muscles in the side, the obliques, to hold yourself in that position. This is called a half plank, a half side plank. Now, I'm going to show you the full side plank. This is up to you which you do. The full side plank. Both legs straight, knees touching, feet touching, and we're going to lift the hips up again. And this is our full side plank. It's up to you which you do. The full obviously is a bit more tricky than the half one, but it's up to you. I'm going to get you to try both sides, and then we're going to progress. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Sorry to turn my back on you. So remember, if you're doing the half plank, the knee that's closest to the floor comes forwards onto the other leg and lift your hips off the floor. Okay, so again, we're still using the obliques to hold yourself in that position. And then if you want to do the full plank, legs straight, up onto your feet, a little bit more tricky. And let's release. Now, you're going to choose which you do, the full side or the half side, and we're going to do something called threading the needle. Okay, I want you to watch first. We're going to have a go at threading the needle, and then I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to try it both sides, and it's up to you how many you do. So I'm going to show you in the full plank position, and you can choose. You can do it in the half plank position as well. So into our side plank. Now this gap under the arm between your body and the floor is the eye of the needle, and you're going to take the upper hand and you're going to thread it through. Twist your body so that your shoulders are parallel to the floor, and then you're going to untwist and unthread the needle. So it's thread the hand through and then up and so on. I reckon about 3 times. I'm going to change sides. If you want to have a go now, you can do this in the half plank position or the full plank position, threading the needle. Let's have a go. So first of all, find your, let's try it with, I'll do it with a half plank this time, just so I can give you an idea. So front knee is forwards, the hand that's in the air, we're going to bring down, we're going to push it through the gap between the body, right in the middle of the gap, and then twist and back up again. You'll get a nice twist in your back. All the time your abs are going to be working. Thread the needle, open out, and again, Fantastic. When you've done 3 or so on one side, switch to the other side. Okay, thread the needle on the other side. So I'm going to do a half plank this time on this side, and then I'll do a full one on the other side. So find your plank position first, your side plank. Slowly bring your arms through the gap. And then back out again. Remember, we're going slowly. We're breathing gently. And we're going to do about 3 on each side. Finally, I'm going to go to the other side. So we've sort of almost run out of time, but I'm going to give you a couple more minutes now just to continue with this. So we'll truly try and work those core muscles. It's tough, isn't it? It is tough. So take another minute, guys. I'm going to give you 1 more minute to finish. So you've done an equal number both sides, and when you've done an equal number both sides, you may stop, and we'll do a final few stretches. We are going to be back on the floor for a few stretches, by the way. So we're going to start off with the same abdominal stretch that we did earlier. This is, I think they call this cobra position. So you can get yourselves back on the mat, facing down, hips down on the mat, exactly the same as we did earlier when we did our regular plank. We're going to bring the shoulders up, head up, look forwards, hips down into the floor. And then if you want even more stretch, push up onto your hands. And release. Now we're going to bring the knees in, and we're going to come up into tabletop position for our cat stretch. So onto your knees and hands, arch your back like a cat, stretches all the way up, head hangs down in front, and then reverse it, tummy down, head up. That's our cow. Ooh. This is a nice little abdominal stretch as well on the cow. So let's raise into the cat stretch again. Arch your back as high as you can. Let your head hang down. And then reverse it one more time. Tummy comes down, concave lower back, head up. And from here we're going to sit back onto the heels and we're going to go into child's pose. You might want to take your knees a little bit wider. That just helps me to get my bum right back onto my heels. And then we're going to bring the body weight down towards the floor. Sink down. Feel that stretch through your back. Stretch your arms away from you. Breathe in gently, hold the position. Long, slow breaths. And as we finish, we're just going to take a few moments just to get ourselves back into the real world again. Wake our bodies up. So back into tabletop. Walk your hands back towards your knees, and we are going to stand up. Take your time standing up. Don't rush. So, slowly up onto your feet. We're sort of finished, but there's just one more thing I want to do to finish off our session. And that's a little side stretch. We've been in those side plank positions. We've been working the oblique muscles, these muscles down the side of your body. And I just want to do a little stretch out before we finish. So I want you to take your hands up in the air. I want you to grip your left wrist with your right hand. Left wrist with your right hand. And then pull with your right arm and stretch over to your right. And this will give you a stretch all the way down through those oblique muscles down this side. So we'll push that arm outwards and we'll go over as far as you can. Don't twist your body forwards. Try and keep your body in the same plane. Let's do the other side. So grip the other wrist with the other hand. Straighten out the arms and over to the side. And again, feeling the stretch all the way down the side of your body. Okay, bring your hands up to the middle. We're going to take a big final inhale as we stretch up. And exhale, bring your hands together and bring your hands down in front of your chest as you breathe out. I was going to say breathe out one more time, but hopefully we'll do a few more breaths. And then release. Okay, have a little shake out. Isn't it? It's nearly called to doesn't it go quick? Okay, very well done, everybody. I hope you feel that actually started gentle, but quite a lot of work through that session into that core and lots of stretching in the legs with those lunge positions. So that was really good if you did all of that. If you don't manage everything, don't worry. It's a process. Okay, and we gradually improve. It doesn't happen overnight, but you keep going with it and you will find you will make improvements and you will be able to do a little bit more each time. So very well done. We're back for some Sprightly on Friday. I get a day off tomorrow. Yay! I will I'll see you then, and I'll be back here again next week for some more of this. So take care, and I'm going to have a sit down and have a little chat with you now and just see how you got on. There we go. How are we doing, guys? Was that tough? Some of it? Yeah. Thank you very much. Good. I'm glad you liked it. That floor stuff, we haven't done that before, I don't think, at all. So the threading the needle was totally new. So you might find that really difficult being the first time you've done it. But just because it's difficult because it's the first time you've done it, you know. So as we practice, you'll find it gets easier, and it's a really good one for toning up those core muscles, especially your obliques, internal obliques, external obliques, rectus abdominis. All those muscles come into play. So really good exercise. The main plank, the side plank, and the threading the needle. Feel free to have a go at it during the week. So you're experts by next week. Okay. It is. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not supposed to be easy. And also, those of us, Hilary, who are quite tall, you know, there's a lot more leverage, so it's more difficult. Yes. Any case, yeah. Hope you have a good day. Okay, take care, everyone. See you next time.